Am I hearing things? Are you two actually praising the collective?
We're comparing notes. If we don't learn the way these people think, we'll never track them down.
There's something here or fine.
You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and augs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
No, it's the right call. I'm relieved, to be honest.
The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of. Listening to this police chatter?
Here we go. The Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the Machine God through a ritual they call Ascension.
No dice, not our show.
There's a rumor that the Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the Singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into. Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus. What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. Oh my god, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet. And that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus. The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective.
I'd rather not say what this reminds me of.
Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them.
I'm sorry, we're all in strung out shape.
Preemptive action would be great when you were at start.
They're like serial patients. Deep down, they all want to be caught.
Second, I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Close my eyes, but all of these strings.
I don't even know where to start with theorizing percentages.
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker, soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge. Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the Utrecht complex near Prague as a protest to draw attention to the upcoming Human Restoration Act vote. Rucker is a pacifist and believes that what is happening in Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
Tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking.
I'll mail it.
Most likely eyewitnesses who smashed in the explosion.
I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys.
State police are playing stingy
The
with
Jinn,
sharing evidence.
a group of smugglers led by twin brothers Salar and Wazim Alam. Their exact base of operations is unknown, but it's most likely in Muscat, Oman. The brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020, and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries, ex-military, nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants, OGs, and they occasionally throw in some human trafficking.
What I need you to do is listen to me.
Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work, driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Dvali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way. The classic Dvali structure has two spots working for the lieutenant who report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent.
I'll nail him.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
They don't care
I don't
about
even know where to start with theorizing percentages.
Otar Botkavelli, this guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those gangsters who thinks the crime is a necessary evil, no? If it's gonna happen, he's there to make sure people have respect and make good money. Good business.
Close my eyes.
Ah, the Dvali called this guy like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Dvali crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond.
Action would be great.
That's all the data I have
He's
right
a Khan, a spy that watches the Dvali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strength and codes.
This guy is the face of the Jinn
something
and
here
a
I'll find.
charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
Right now, I
Purity
think my blood
First is an
You're saying it was
anti-group
called
dedicated to keeping humans human. All pure,
These guys
no
might
augmentations.
well be ghosts.
In their obsessive pursuit of this
all the
goal, they
data I
take
have right
extreme
now.
measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of
Listening to
breaking
this
and entering,
police chatter?
vandalism, and theft.
My God,
On
it's a
occasion,
comedy of
they've
errors.
even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human
Who am I?
purity.
I'm the guy
Just
doing
wish
this fucking
someone
job.
would nut
Who
up and
the fuck
take
are
the
you?
blame.
I'll nail him.
How's security
These
over there?
guys might as well be ghosts.
State police are playing stingy with sharing evidence.
Is it or is it not a probable target?
I highly doubt whoever commissioned this legislation, in fact, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed documentation. Individuals who fail to comply will be arrested and relocated to designated AUG-only locations. Safety is the primary concern, especially in the wake of the AUG incident, where millions of people lost their lives due to malfunctioning augmentations. Opponents of the legislation have been protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Eliza Kazan, reporting to you live.
Would be great.
Fuck are you?
I think one of them was caught on
An
I'll nail him.
What I need you to do.
all-empty passenger broke into the plane's
It's gonna take you a while to talk off and some resistance.
Maybe the connection is that there is no undertime, right?
Right now, I think my blood is puzzling.
Half the cybercrimes division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai. That's not really our area of expertise. Miller wants these guys bad.
Run DNA checks through all the alphabet ages. I'll nail him.
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction.
You blaze it too full.
I'm telling you, if it had been anyone but Jensen around.
If we want to catch Janus, we're going to have to get creative because nothing we're currently doing works.
Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
These are the greatest concerns of the digital age.
Agent
And we
Jensen!
at Palisade Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again, in civvies at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome, but I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29.
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Please stop.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
It is Jensen.
Yes. I hate it. I really hate it.
Opponents of the legislation is protesting all over the world, and many of the protests have turned violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list.
and polarize the dialogue on both sides of the issue. We will be watching the UN closely for any break in the story. This is Alaska Sam, reporting to you, live from Picus. In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines
These
Flight
guys might as well be
421
ghosts.
killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the Iraq incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented
I've run DNA checks through all the
flew
outfits.
into a psychotic
Nothing.
killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history. I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This
checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Exclusivity,
Don't need no
security. These are the greatest concerns.
I am Norpagine free.
And
Okay, Pluto?
Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns priority work. Information archived within the walls of Palisade Property Bank is beyond the legal jurisdiction of any government. Assured anonymity.
Hey!
Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best
Do you need to go out?
corporate archiving company in the world.
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Around the world. Like a snake. Always watching. Because you are always watching. Turning now to Prague. A city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured.
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
Inside Ruzicka train station.
Look, I'm going as fast
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere?
His organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against
First the Dubai mission and now the train station bombing. This is a week for the record books.
These guys
You
might
got,
as well
I
be
guess.
ghosts.
This is Eliza
Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I had to take the dog out.
This is so
Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedoms? In the hands of irresponsible...
Agent Jensen!
Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective.
I think Director Miller's making a mistake, putting all our resources into finding these Dubai newcomers.
They've shut down London's...
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You checked with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold-masked jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys, I'm gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. Is that everything?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school.
No.
UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it's very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
It is
I
Jensen.
hate this. I really hate this. This is so weird.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
It's gonna take him a while. Piece the fix together. They have better software. My conversation with those two is
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. initiated. Access granted.
We never got an official okay from the Indonesians, so...
You think one of them would pop out right now? I think my blood is about to take half.
This thing's got pretty hair. Smart move. They don't want to be caught pregnant.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of
Is it not a problem?
Technogen.
You think one of them would pop up on some list
Things
somewhere?
relies on public perception.
I've run DNA checks through all the outlets. Nothing.
These are the chances Henry was taking.
Jakarta's no picnic. I'll tell you that.
These are the chances he can see.
Guys might as well be ghosts.
Everything's got pretty hairy inside.
You think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere? I'll run it through a few filters so I can see if I can pull it up. These guys might as well be ghosts. No one's taking responsibility. Tell me.
police says they're still hauling out bodies. No one's claimed responsibility yet. Security footage from the train station is
You think
spotty
one of them
at
would
best.
pop up on some lists? I'll run it through a few filters, see if I can clean it up.
What are the chances this is a doer?
These guys might as well be ghosts.
Security footage from the train station is spotty at best. They have better software.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone.
Right now, I think my blood is about 60% caffeinated. We're like serial killers. Deep down, they all want to be caught.
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of coke swirling on my lid.
The LC's totally overrun.
State police are playing stingy with sharing
They
evidence.
don't want to be caught in a dragnet. Thanks. Keep digging.
I'll nail it. No. If there's something here, I'll find it.
The LC's totally overrun.
Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Second, it's off chair. Who am I? I'm the guy doing his fucking job. Who the fuck are you? Patience is the first thing you learn to have. Second, it's off chair. What I need you to do...
Most likely eyewitnesses who smashed into the
Dark days ahead. Dark days ahead. Never got an official better software. Satellite eyes might as well be for all the outfits.
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are.
Agent Jensen! These guys might as well be ghosts.
Look, I'm going as fast as I can.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers.
It is Jensen. Yes?
Urgent. Katarina Noyan to Agent Creed's office. Agent Noyan, report to Agent Creed. Fully urgent.
Alex, the whisper chip is in.
Weird, it's already picking up a freak. Jesus, Adam, is Miller in there right now?
Shit, gotta go.
Jensen, I need to see you, now!
Agent Jensen reporting for duty, sir. Tried to do it earlier, but you were on a conference call.
Yeah, I was. Should I be worried about you, Jensen?
Sorry.
That blow you took to your systems. It's not messing with your head or anything, making you do things?
I'm not gonna go crazy and start attacking people, if that's what you're worried about.
You've been checked out then? The problem with your orbs is gone.
I took care of it.
Good, good. God knows with all what's happened, I need you at 100% right now.
You sounded pissed when you called me in. Everything okay?
Don't ever leave the field, Jensen. You'll regret it. As soon as you strap a desk to your ass, you'll be swimming in goddamn politics.
The boss is giving you trouble?
What? Oh, that. No, the trouble's state police. They're pushing us out of the Rosika investigation. I want you over there to make sure that doesn't happen.
You're putting me on the train station attack? Not Dubai?
Forget Dubai. McCready's handling it.
Good. Thought I'd have to fight him to let me handle this one. Whoever planted those bombs yesterday has a lot to answer for.
Agreed. And we have to find out who they are before the state police fuck up our crime scene.
You said they're trying to push us out?
I sent Fletcher in this morning to oversee evidence collection. Seems he's being detained, because he hasn't checked in since.
They can't lock us out. The Czech Republic signed our UN mandate agreement. They gave us jurisdiction over terrorist investigations.
Yeah, well, the former director of their security information services runs state police now. He's come up with a loophole, claiming this attack falls under the homegrown terror exemption.
Homegrown? He's saying it's ARC? The Augmented Rights Coalition?
I don't care what he's saying. He may even be right. I just want us in there so we can find out.
So where do I start?
Technically, you're supposed to speak to our psychologist before getting back into action.
I don't need a shrink.
Convenient because she's not in the office right now, and I don't want to waste any more time.
So how do I get to Rosika? Public transportation's not stopping there.
It will for you once I make a phone call. Head to the metro and call me when you're there. Good luck, Agent.
In China. Our people there are taking down a human trafficking operation.
Not the harvesters again.
No, that group seems so shriveled up. This is the red.
Katerina Nguyen to Agent Black's office. Agent Nguyen relies on public deception. Fully urgent.
Back to New York.
I'd rather not say it. Thanks. Keep digging.
This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal
Much as I would love to throw a printer. What would you have? Detroit law code. Used. Nice coat.
Dark days ahead.
Why would they have augs hanging in here?
They have better software. Train station satellite offices are always too busy.
Urgent.
Hey, Adam. Hey, Adam, hang on a sec. Filling out supply request forms for McCready and his boys is tedious as hell, but I don't want to give him another reason to say no.
Say no to what?
Are you kidding me? Right now, you're the only active augmented agent we have. I'm hoping to change that, been asking him every week practically, but so far, permission denied.
Really? He give you a reason?
Says my stress levels are too high. Told me I should sign up for meditation classes and drag Chang in with me so he'd chill out and stop changing security codes all the time. It sucks because I really wanted to find out who those crashers in Dubai were.
You were saying your stress levels were affecting your chances of becoming a field agent. Why is that?
I have a rare resistance to neuropazine. I need more than the average person, especially in stressful situations. They say I'd be too expensive, so it's not just discrimination. That would be easier to deal with. It's a combination of things.
Well, that combination of things is pretty bad in Prague, and getting worse.
I know, but Interpol was the only agency who would give me a chance, and this is where I was assigned. I have no problem with that. I'll take whatever they throw at me.
Good.
It took me months of rehabilitation, getting used to the new arm, learning how to shoot again, learning how to tie my own boots. But I did it, and I'm better than I was before. I want to help, and I can. My place is out there in the field where I can make a difference. You know that. And if you can do it, so can I.
Don't give up, Arya. Semper Fi.
Hoorah.
After the bombing, when Chang changed all the locks and codes, was he under orders? Was there a credible threat to our location?
Maybe, but I don't think so. You know how he gets. Still, he wasn't the only one overreacting this time. A lot of people have been here for over 36 hours, and the state police have not exactly been cooperative.
I can imagine.
It took several hours before we got the security footage from the train station and surrounding streets. It's like they don't trust Interpol. It's weird. I can almost understand Chang's paranoia.
Well, Chang doesn't trust anyone, especially anyone in law enforcement.
Well, if you thought he was high-strung before, the attack only made him more manic. He's making connections no one else sees, and some that may not be there.
Explosions tend to damage things like sensitive electronic equipment.
Right? Try telling him that.
I still can't believe Miller gave the gold mask case to McCready.
Oh, I'm sorry, Adam. You were there too. You're probably as pissed about those guys getting the drop on the team in Dubai as McCready is. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't been there. Agent Singh might have been killed.
Well, I better let you get back to work.
Yeah, sure. Talk to you later.
voicemail.
They have better software.
I don't even know where to start with their rights. Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't want anyone.
Okay. Over. Move.
Shut up. I was trying to talk to you.
I want to go into the shooting range, but it won't let me. What?
I was talking to you.
Oh.
Maybe the connection is that there is no connection. Is that fucked up?
Thanks. Keep digging.
There's something here on mine.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strength.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it. Maybe the connection is that there is no connection.